Hello, Warhawk Nation. I'm Joe Lewis.
And I'm Markia Eaton.
And you are now tuned into the Hawkeye Live. One of the most important things to a college student is their living space. Students will go to great lengths to ensure they receive the dorm or apartment of their choosing. Some students even camped out all night long to try and get the room of their choice. For more on this story, we send you out to our field reporter, Jessica Mitchell.
Students were out here with blankets, pillows, and even tents, all to get the top spot on that rooming list. I'm Jessica Mitchell, and I have the story.
I've been out here since 10 o'clock this morning, just trying to get the apartments. It's actually been a very fun day and a very fun experience. We've met a bunch of people, just goofed around, had a good day. It's been a lot of fun. Other than it being cold this one day for the first time in weeks, but it's hopefully it'll be worth it whenever we get the apartment. So me and my closest friends.
They had some tents. UPD had to come by, I believe, and tell them that they couldn't have the tents, probably because of a fire hazard, and to make sure people could get through if there were an emergency. But they know they have blankets because it was cold. Now, by no means do we ever encourage students to camp out.
I do not think this is necessary. I've been out here since 5 o'clock and it is very cold. So, yeah, I think that we should find a new system for this. Like, it should be class ranked, as in seniority rule, and I think it should be done online so we wouldn't have to do this process.
Then moving forward, we're looking at possibly having all the assignments online. This year, for incoming freshmen and incoming new transfer students, it is online. They apply online. And it's our goal to get it to where all of our students can apply for housing online, whether they're reclaiming their spot from this year or requesting something new. We're going to try and get it online moving forward.
The campout turned out positive for students. Some got at the top of the list, and some may have met lifelong friends. I'm Jessica Mitchell with the Hawkeye.
Now, don't get me wrong. I understand that dorm rooms are very important, but I don't think it's worth sleeping outside for.
Yes, I agree, but when it comes to having somewhere to lay my head, I'm going to go the extra mile. Former Louisiana State Governor Kathleen Blanco came and spoke at ULM on Monday night for Women's History Month. She shared stories of her personal experiences and accomplishments in politics.
This once shy country girl got this little bitty state of Louisiana $29 billion. Do you know how much money that is? I experienced a lot of firsts in politics. For a woman, I guess the word that is often used is trailblazing. Many of you do not realize it, but you are trailblazers too, especially those of you who are the first in your families to reach for college training. As a mother, I had to clean house a lot of times. And when you're getting ready for company, how you get it all nice and spiffy, and the kids come behind you and mess it up after the company leaves. I left a perfect house in order, and now I know I could hire a maid or hire somebody else to help clean that house. So I think from now on, I'll be the voice pushing. And maybe get another person who thinks that education should be the state's #1 priority.
Our final story bids a farewell to one of our Spanish instructors, Dr. Christian Rubio. He will be leaving to pursue other opportunities in his career. Students, faculty members, and Rubio himself share their feelings on what they will miss the most.
I did go to the middle of nowhere in North Carolina. I didn't like it, but when I came to ULM, it wasn't too small, but it wasn't that big. So it just decided that they offered me the position here, and I liked the department, and I started here. Students here at ULM have always been friendly. The Spanish background is different compared to those in New York. I would say the friendliness here and the open open heart and warmness here. They're very warm and etc. here at Louisiana. I think.
He's very enthusiastic about what he does, and he's very collegial. So he's always laughing about something up and down the halls. That and the fact that you can't teach next to him.
I'm going to miss his energy. He's so noisy. So when he's not around, it's so quiet. And he pops into my office, and generally he turns the light out or yells at me and scares me. So I'm going to miss his energy and his concern for foreign languages and what he does for our department and our students.
I'm definitely going to miss my department, the people I work with, the students. I'm in charge of the lab here. I'm in charge of the lab since 5 years now as well. Having that office and interacting with the students, that's one of the things that I will miss the most, and the camaraderie between my colleagues, not just my department, and not just in the College of Arts and Science, but throughout campus. That's probably one of the things that I'll miss the most. And definitely the honors program kids. I'm definitely gonna miss.
Dr. Rubio would definitely be missed by Warhawk Nation. Adios, Senor Rubio.
That's it for this week's edition of the Hawkeye Live. I'm Markia Eaton.
And I'm Joe Lewis. Be sure to pick up this week's and every week's edition of the Hawkeye newspaper.